Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my previous video on Conga CPQ, we have seen how can we control the visibility of different attributes based on attribute value matrix as well as product attribute rule. Today we are going to see how can we implement attribute based pricing in Conga CPQ. So starting with the agenda, first of all we'll see an introduction, then we'll have what is an attribute, what is attribute based pricing, benefits of attribute based pricing. We'll see a use case and then we'll review the configuration. So introduction about Conga CPQ who don't know it. So Conga CPQ is a sales tool that helps companies quickly and accurately generate their quotes for ordering. CPQ software often works with CRM platform, ERP program, and other business technology to ensure integrated sales process. So this is what Conga CPQ is used for. Attribute-based pricing is nothing but pricing a product based on the product's attribute or feature. Okay, so that is what attribute-based pricing is. Now, what attribute-based pricing? Let's learn more. So many times it happens that the price of the product is delivered or derived based on the different features or attributes related to that product. Consider a laptop, right? Okay. So dynamically pricing the product based on those attributes is known as attribute-based pricing in Conga. Attribute-based pricing can be set up in two ways. First, using price list item. We'll see that how. And second, using price matrix. Okay. So these are the two ways you can define attribute-based pricing. Now, benefits of attribute-based pricing. So it can handle complex pricing scenarios. It can also handle dynamic pricing adjustment. Right? So if you want to provide some percent of discount when some specific criteria is matching based on the attributes, then you can do that. Now let's see the use case. So ABC Corporation is selling customizable laptops directly to the customer or consumer. The final price of laptop is varied based on the different attributes getting selected for laptop, such as, so let's say if you are buying processor, if it is Intel i5, then whatever amount you are paying for laptop, you will have to pay additional $2,200. Let's say if you are purchasing Intel i7, then you have to pay additional $400. And for Intel i9, you have to pay more $600 to upgrade your processor. Same for RAM. For 8 GB RAM, you have to pay $100 extra, 16 GB $200, 32 GB $300. Same for storage, graphics, and operating system. Okay. Now let's review the configuration. I haven't covered one thing over here in the use case, which was pricing an attribute based on price this item. So let's just see that first. Okay. So let's say I am over here and I'm searching for a product called warranty. So I found the product, the price is zero, and I'll hit the configure button. Now I have an attribute over here and in which I'm providing prices, let's say $1,000. And I'll just hit the update price. So you see immediately the price got changed to 1,000 USD. Now if I make it 2,000, it will become 2,000. So this is attribute based pricing, but here we are setting it based on the price list item. So let me just show you the price list item for warranty. So here is the price list item. I'll just click edit over here and you can see this default. So in default tab, you have default price from field where you have to select product attribute and default price field. You have to select the attribute field over here and then you have to run criteria maintenance. Okay, so once you are done with that, you are all set up for attribute based pricing using price list item. So this was the very first one. Now we are talking about setting up pricing based on the price matrix. Okay, so let's just view that. Okay, so I'm over here, right, and I'm just deleting this product as of now, and I'm adding laptop ABP. So attribute based pricing. So over here, standard price is $1,200 that we have defined on the price list item over here. Okay, so that is for laptop. And now we have created the same attributes which we talked about in our PPT. Processor, RAM, storage, graphic cards, operating system. If you don't know how attribute gets created, you can refer to the previous video in which I have shown you how attributes can be created, how it can be configured. Okay. Now, let's go to the previous slide and see if I'm purchasing Intel i5 as a processor, I should be charged as plus $200. So right now the price is $1,200. As soon as I select i5 and click this update, the price must be 1400 USD. Let's see that. So it will take some time to price the product, but now you can see the price is changed to 1400. Now let's select Intel i7 and it should increase the price by $400. So it's 1600, 1200 plus 4. Consider now we are adding RAM or upgrading RAM. Let's say I'll select 16 GB. So what it should do is it should add $200 to this price. Okay? Since we already i7 purchased. So update price 1800. Now let's say I purchase 1 TB of SSD. The price should be plus $500. So 18 plus $500, which will become 2300. Again, if I say, let's say, NVIDIA GTX 1660 graphic card I'm purchasing, the price will change to 2500 since it is 200 over here. And let me select this Windows Home, which should not increase any prices. So it's zero price. So it remains 250. Now let's see how I configured this. So I'll go to price list item and I edit it. And if I go to matrices, I have created multiple matrices, right? One for each. So I have 5 attributes. I have created 5 price metrics. And each price metrics have a price condition that we have already seen. Okay. I selected the dimension as processor, right? And let me just show you how you can create a dimension. You have to go to just click new price dimension. You have to select the attribute for which you want to create a dimension. And once you are done with that, you have to come over here and create a matrix for it. Now let's say we have different values, right? i5, i7, i9 over here. So what I did was I selected Intel i5, I added the adjustment amount, and that is a markup. So whatever amount is coming up, so let's say it's 1200, and I want to mark up that by $200, right? So that's why I added markup amount, and it's 200. So this is by execution of this price matrix, it will increment the price of from 1200 to whatever price based on this adjustment amount and processor selected. Then we have another price matrix. So let me just close this out and open up the second one, which is for RAM. And over here we have provided the same adjustment that we have expected and shown over here. And the adjustment type is markup. If I close this and show you this, right? Okay. So this is storage and adjustment as we have mentioned over here, and we created a as an adjustment type markup on. So this is how you can price your product based on the attributes using price metrics. One more thing, let's say if you come over here and let's say you want to price only these two, right, and post that you want to stop the processing of following metrics, you can come over here and you can check this checkbox, which will not process the further price metrics. Okay, so this is how you can set up your price attribute based pricing using price list item as well as using price metrics entry. So thank you watching. Thank you very much for watching the videos. So please like and share the content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you very much.